Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Cheryl Underwood, and you're tuned into the hottest news station on the planet, Hot 702.5.
Thanks for tuning in to Hot 702.5 FM. We are the hottest. You're listening to MVP Speaks Radio.
Yo, it's Tavon Greatness Patterson. Want to listen to Hot 702.5 on the go? Download the Hot 702.5 app on the Apple Store or Google Play Store if you got an Android like me.
Let's get it.
Tune in every Thursday from 5 to 5:55 p.m. on Hot 702.5 FM for MVP Speaks Radio.
Hey. Welcome, you guys, to the hottest station on the planet. I'm your hottest host, MVP Speaks. Thank you for tuning in wherever you are chiming in the world. I hope everyone's feeling good. I'm feeling so good. I'm just feeling happy about life, happy at myself. And I pray and wish the same for everyone that's listening. And if for some reason you're not feeling your best, it's okay, because it's only temporary. Remember that all things are temporary. Happy Pride Month. Happy first day of Pride Month. For those of you who don't know what Pride Month is, it is the month where we celebrate the inclusiveness of the LBGT community. I think there's some other letters I might have missed in there that they added, but basically, love is love. So we have to accept and love everyone who's loving who they love. Like, why do we care who people love? So we'll talk more about that later, because I do have a small confession to make. But I want to, first of all, give a shout out to my partners in rhyme. That's what I call them, the True Spot LV. Every Wednesday you can go to the Art House Lounge for the Spit Your Truth open mic cash prize event. Shout out to the True Spot and Rail the Truth and the Truth Collective. Shout out to Catch This Vibe Radio, the hottest indie radio station on TikTok and in the Midwest. If you're an independent artist, I suggest you go follow them. Catch This Vibe Radio, CTV Radio. And also shout out to Scorpio Royalty Productions in Las Vegas. Scorpio Royalty Productions is an awesome production studio. They have done most of my songs. And I want to give another special shout out to Rose Eye Hoodies. Rose Eye Hoodies is a family business seeking to promote self-worth and self-love. We use unique designs and colors with the intention to open people's eyes that color shouldn't define or separate us. Also, in order to aid people who struggle with mental health, we believe by spreading color through our nation, we may be able to help soothe those who feel alone. This is a new partnership I'm being a brand ambassador for. I'm excited to get my new hoodie. Even though I told him, it's Las Vegas. It's kind of hot for hoodies. We need some T-shirts, but we're going to get our Rose Eye hoodie and spread the color. You guys know I love yellow, and I understand that colors are important for us, and they help change our mood and help to uplift and enlighten us. So that's a beautiful thing. So, I'm excited to have in the studio my guest, who is the owner and CEO of this hottest station on the planet, Miss E. Carrice. Are you ready for me? They're going to bring her on. We're going to get this interview started, and we're going to start with our Be Inspired inspirational message. Hey, ma'am.
Hello there.
Oh, you're so amazing.
Oh, thank you.
I'm so happy.
Sweet.
Yes, I'm so happy to have you on. Happy to have you pull from my honey bag.
Yes, ma'am.
So you
I don't
guys
know where ours is. I used to pull them all the time.
Oh, really?
And then now it's gone.
I might have took it on accident. I'll leave you another one. Don't trip. I'll leave this one in the studio.
Okay. All right.
So you guys know how we start on MVP Speaks Radio. We always want to take a time time to just, feel the vibes of the inspirational messages. So we'll take turns pulling them and having a conversation about them and see how they go. And then we're going to get into talking about this phenomenal woman that when I read her bio, I was like, oh, I didn't even know all this. So I'm excited to dig into it. So let's go. You want to pull first?
Sure. Let's see what we got here.
See what you got first.
My voice reigns supreme.
Period. Your voice reigns supreme. Whose voice?
It's whatever voice is in me
Yes.
that is projected out.
Yes.
That voice.
Yes, that voice reigns supreme over your life. Mine says, remember the God in you. The God in you.
Okay, I'm next.
You're next.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to pick a few. We'll do it for a few minutes.
Okay. This one says, remember the God in you.
Oh,
I do every day.
We got
every day.
twinsies. That's beautiful. Heck yeah. You guys, we are powerful and amazing. And if we don't remember the God in us, who will? Practice doesn't make perfect. I am a perfect confection.
I give the best hugs.
Oh, hug yourself, you guys. If you're listening, I want you to hug yourself, because I think sometimes we don't hug ourselves enough. So that's important. You always have you to hug and hold on to. So if you're ever feeling like, I don't have nobody, hug yourself. And even if you feel like you got somebody, hug yourself. But that's important. Okay, let's see. Mine says, we need you. We need you. I feel needed. I love it.
Yeah? Let me shake mine.
Yeah, shake it up.
Shake it up.
Shake it up. Shake it up.
Okay.
Shake it up.
I celebrate my breath.
Oh, I love this one.
And then it says, take 3 deep breaths.
Okay, guys, let's take some 3 deep breaths. Ooh.
Okay.
Yes, I love breathing. Just being in the space and just being in the moment is so important. And we're like we're busy bees in the world. We're always moving and shaking and grooving, so sometimes we don't take time to breathe. Don't trip. You are loved and supported. You are loved and supported.
You are.
Yes, you are too.
Thank you.
Yes.
Snicker at life. Huh. Boy, I swear, 2023 will make you snicker through the whole life.
Through the whole life. We're just going to be
the whole entire life.
like a pack of Snickers.
Jesus.
Yes.
Goodness.
You got to laugh at it, though. That's how you get through it. Because if you take it too seriously, that shit will drive you crazy. The power of my mind is incredible. Oh, man. Do we even know? It's so incredible, you guys. So incredible.
My fire is my passion. I look for ways to light myself up.
Nice.
I do.
How do you light yourself up?
I just
I
affirm myself.
Okay.
I affirm myself. I remind myself, and I was talking to my fiance about this the other day, and I every day I say, every day I fight a battle and win.
Ashe.
Every day.
Every day.
So I affirm myself. I let myself know that, I'm still winning.
Yes.
And that I'm going to be great, and that I'm beautiful, and all those things.
That's what's up. Fight a battle and win.
Every day.
Winning. That's the part. Like, you might go through the battle, but you come out winning. So,
or you win part of the battle. So every day, even though that one battle you might have been fighting, maybe you didn't win that one, but there's something that I won that day.
Ashe.
And that's something to celebrate.
Hell yeah. That's what's up. Javon says, we win in battles. Heck yeah. Shout out to Javon Banks chiming in. Twinsies. I give the best hugs. Hug myself. Self-love is the best love. Awesome. What else you got?
Okay, I got money is sweet on me. I am sweet on money.
Heck yeah. I love it. I got that one yesterday at the Spit Your Truth event, and then I ended up winning the competition.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was a tie, but it was a tie in the 3rd round between myself and the Art of a Pisces. So usually if there's a tie, we'll do another round. But instead of doing another round, we just decided to split the prize.
Gotcha.
And what was dope was the prize is $200. So the feature donated $100 to make the prize $300. And that's what we initially were splitting. Mm-hmm. But then an audience member donated $100. Oh. So we both ended up with $200. It was a crazy night. But
that's
heck
good.
Yeah. Money is sweet on you. Be sweet on your money, you guys.
Yes.
Speak kindly about your money. Money's like a relationship. The world is your stage. Come from behind the curtain. Well, that's easy. Whatever you guys got to offer to the world, don't hide from it. Don't be shy. Come from around the curtain.
Thank yourself. You've come a long way.
Yes. Have you?
Yes.
Yes.
I've come a long way, and I thank myself every day.
That's what's up. Good shit. Oh, my turn. Laughter heals. Yes. Mm-hmm. Laughter, joy.
And that's why you're a comedian.
Yes, I love that. Comedian. That's the best shit ever, because it definitely is healing, and that's why I want to bring joy to the world as well as inspiration. Mm-hmm. So laughter heals, you guys.
Compassion is sweet.
Yes. Period.
How you feel about that?
Most times.
I guess compassion, sometimes grace can kind of be the same or similar. Mm-hmm. I'm definitely a compassionate person, but in some things.
Yeah.
I would say 75% compassion.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah. That's what I got in me.
That's all right.
25% is just black
right.
or white.
Right. I feel you. Hey. Honesty is the best. I believe that. You know, you are what you are. 75% is good, because I'm not always compassionate either. Mm-hmm. And even sometimes I'm a little, like, inside I'll be saying some stuff that I wouldn't say outside. I'm like, that's not really nice. You know, are you really?
And sometimes I don't say things out loud because my words are powerful.
Yes.
Like I said, I said something years ago, and I was mad, and I said it, and it happened. And I was like, like, I can't.
Yeah, we got to be mindful of that.
Yeah. So even when people piss me off, I just, I think about it. I'm like, I'm not going to say it out loud until I'm really ready for that to happen.
Right, for sure.
So.
Yeah, we got to watch that stuff. Loving myself feels good.
Indeed.
Yeah. How do you know if you're loving yourself? Is it feeling good or not good?
Mm-hmm. We need you.
Oh, twinsies. We got 3 twinsies so far. I love it. Yes, we do need you. You're a phenomenal woman.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I bring only the best of yesterday into today. Only the best of yesterday. So we have a choice. Mm-hmm. If we're going to talk about the past, I believe we should bring the best of it with us. Because when we're talking about, like you said, we're going to create it. And so if you're constantly bringing stuff that's not the best from the past,
I don't know about
you don't know about that?
Because I feel like you have to address some things that weren't that great in order to be able to, live well and be happy and move, move powerfully about, throughout life.
Right.
Like you have to address. You can't just be like, I'm gonna leave that there.
Okay.
Because that there will come back.
Because you haven't addressed it.
Exactly.
So, but what if you have addressed it? Do you want to keep talking about it?
Of course. If you have addressed it and you've had, a way that you have released that energy or that behavior or whatever it might be.
Right.
Then yes. Then, you leave that there.
Leave it there.
But you can't just leave everything
Don't
behind.
just ignore it like it didn't happen.
Go to therapy, y'all.
Yeah. Therapy's real. I go to therapy.
Yes.
I really enjoy it.
Yes, therapy is important.
Beneficial.
If y'all on this live right now, go to therapy.
Yes, go to therapy. Don't run from it, because it's beneficial.
Yes.
Oh, compassion is sweet. Yes, we already. Yep. Yeah, okay. Pull a couple more.
My words drip like honey.
Yes. Are you sweet like that? With
I
your
am.
Words. She was just
sometimes
talking.
I could probably be slick too,
right?
But not very often.
Okay.
I'm pretty, try to be pretty nice, sweet.
Yes. That's good. I appreciate that.
But wait, honey doesn't really like drip like that. It's like slow.
Yeah.
Running thick. Okay.
Interesting. Slow running. Maybe it's like to if you think of slow drip, like you're you're not quick to respond with your words. You're taking your time and expressing yourself.
My words drip like honey. I process through them first before I say it. That's definitely probably it.
Okay. That's nice.
I definitely process through my words before I say it.
That's good, because a lot of people don't do that. We just say
turn me. Am I good? No. I think you're up. Nope. I'm good. I think
we're on the same.
Yeah, but your voice is louder than mine today.
Oh. So what should we do about that?
I think we good.
Okay. Are we good?
Don't be trying to talk low now. Use your MVP voice.
My MVP voice. Okay, my last two. Okay. My world is my mirror. I see my self-reflection. Yeah, I believe that we are a reflection of each other, and you're a reflection of what you come across.
My joy is my journey.
Yes.
What does that mean to you?
Your joy is... It means that sometimes we're looking for the joy to be like at the goal, but the joy is in the journey of obtaining whatever it is that you're obtaining.
Okay.
Your journey is the joy, like we should be joyful to be on our journey.
Okay.
And then, how do you feel? What do you think about that?
I think that sometimes, I don't know, I'm very like black and white. Like, it could be these two things, but I definitely think there's joy in all things.
Yes.
But sometimes, there is a downside to that, where you have to find the joy in that thing.
Okay.
So finding the joy is probably going to be important. I know 2023 has been tough for a lot of people.
Yeah. And
even through those tough things, you still can find joy out of that.
Yeah, Ashe. And I think that could be the challenge, especially during challenging time, is to find joy, is to remind yourself that even though these things are happening, there's still something to be joyful about. Like, we still can find it if we're willing. My voice reigns supreme. That's my last one. My voice reigns supreme. So,
yes, ma'am.
You guys, thanks, and you get to keep this one.
Okay, thank you
for your own personal. I'll leave this one in the studio because she said I think I stole the one that I left here, took it back. But so yeah, Carrice.
Yes, ma'am.
Now I'm gonna read this whole thing because I really just was.
Not the whole thing.
I'm reading it.
Was my whole bio?
Yes, because I love it. And I'm going to read it and just listen up. Somebody's a witness. So, CEO and owner of Hot 702.5 FM, educated at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas for entrepreneur administration and English. This queen also owns a popular modern business and marketing firm called E-Class Consulting. Another out-of-the-box business she owns is Carrice Entertainment, LLC, with the past production and entertainment for Jamie Foxx, Celine Dion, Jim Jones, Michael Bolton, Lil Flip, Love and Hip Hop, Growing Up Hip Hop, Funny Bones, Live, Fugees, Rhymes, and more. Carrice also secretly owns a CBD premium health and wellness brand, as well as your logo here for all your printing and apparel needs. Our queen is a journalist, analyst, and author, launching her first book in 2022 titled Speaking in Tongues. Carrice comes from a 20-year background of sales and marketing for Fortune 100 companies. She transitioned to radio in 2015 and has been an on-air personality for 7 years as a host of Risky Radio, The Shady Ass Tea, and The Morning Wood. She has some awards that includes the Best DJ winner of 2020, Best Online Radio Station winner of 2019, Vegas Pride Trailblazer winner 2018, Who's Who 2017, and soon to be best-selling author of 2023.
I receive all
I'm
that.
excited for this. The quote is, Hot 702.5 FM is a space where we can celebrate our blackness without being forced to accommodate everyone else. Real open dialogue for people who look like us, and everyone else is welcome to celebrate with us. I
forgot about that quote.
I love that
That's
quote.
That's a whole word.
That is a whole word. Pat yourself on the back.
Give myself something.
Yes. I read the bio and I was like, wow. so much for myself as just a woman on my journey, I felt inspired to read that.
Well,
like you have a
thank you.
CBD company, a consulting company, all this great stuff going on. So let's talk about, first of all, you started a radio 2015, it said? I just forgot what I read already.
2016, January of 2016.
Okay, so what transitioned you into radio from all the other things you were doing?
Well, I actually started it was a social experiment called 20 Dates in 30 Days.
Okay.
So all my friends were like, oh, dating in Vegas sucks and whatever. And I'm like, are you guys really going on dates or are you just meeting up with people?
Right.
So I created this social experiment where I went on 20 blind dates in 30 days.
Wow.
So they went to my website, booked a date with me, and then I blogged about each date.
Oh, that's so cool.
And so it was cool. So anyway, during that journey, people were asking me to come on their shows and interview and talk about it, and people kept saying, hey, you really should be on the radio. And I was like, you know what, I'm good, I'm not interested. And it just kept coming up, and I was like, you know what, maybe this is something that I need to consider.
Okay.
And I did, and it was cool. My first show was called Risky Radio with Carrice.
Okay. And so did you had the show, how did you get to the whole station?
Yeah.
The whole station.
So my consulting firm, first of all, I left my $20K per month job, and I said, you know what, I think I want to collect all of my dollars, and I went to starting a consulting firm. And then a lot of my clients were radio station owners.
Oh,
so
nice.
I would build plans to help them be successful. And then I was vested into another radio brand. And, it just wasn't my vision.
Mm-hmm.
So, we parted ways, and I opened Hot 7025.
Wow. Mm-hmm. I'm so happy you opened Hot 702.5 FM, because I wouldn't be here if you didn't have it. And,
well, thank you.
And it's definitely a great platform that I'm enjoying. Mm-hmm. I've been on for several months now, and I don't know, I think I told you my story of how I came to be on here. And so I'm grateful.
Oh yeah, you met someone I think it was the girls, J9.
Yeah, it was J9 that I saw at an event, and it was a whole thing. It's not about me though. This is about you. But so that's super dope. And you also have a secret. I was like, how is it a secret if it's on the website? A secret CBD company.
Mm-hmm.
Health and wellness.
Yeah, it's not that it's a secret. It's just something that I don't talk about a lot, because I kind of want to do something more to do with cannabis.
Okay.
But shout out to one of my friends. One of my friends actually gifted me with that business.
Wow.
Like,
somebody just gave you a
shout
business?
out to my rich white friends.
Shout out to my rich. Hey, I need some rich white friends.
Man, listen.
That's what up. Do you want to talk about that business at all, or
we can talk about it, briefly, but it's really like, I used to be totally anti-cannabis.
Okay.
Like, I was like, I don't, everyone else get high, and that's, what I mean? Like, because I was raised in church, and that's, that was a thing, right? You don't smoke.
I already know.
The devil's lettuce.
The devil's lettuce? I already know. Yes, ma'am.
Right. So, you don't do that. And then, so my grandfather got ill, and I had to research things because he wouldn't eat. He couldn't rest. He was very restless. And I asked him, and my grandfather never did drugs, never drank before. And I was like, hey, how do you feel about taking cannabis edible? And he said yes. And I was like, oh, shit. Okay. Like, this is going to go left. Okay. So then I had to research more about what he could take. And, the THC was a little bit too much for him since he didn't have that experience, but it was helpful to him.
Okay.
But CBD probably would have been a better option had I known more about it at that time. So, yeah.
Wow. So, yeah, it's crazy we can grow up a particular way. And I was raised the same way. Mm-hmm. Like, I was raised in church. That's something I wanted to talk about, too, with the Pride Month. Because I was raised, you don't do these things.
Yeah, don't be a gay.
And you can't have a gay person. That's a sin. Mm-hmm. And one of my confessions is, like, I actually lost a high school friend several years ago because I was sharing my opinion that you're gonna go to hell because you're gay. And I was young, but I had a particular mindset that that's how I was raised, and that's what I believed. And I don't believe that anymore. And I always felt like as my mindset changed and I, just had different beliefs, I always remembered that conversation we had. Mm-hmm. And he said to me, like, how would you feel if somebody told you that you were going to go to hell because of the person you love? Mm-hmm. And I couldn't even, like, give him an answer. Like, I was so ignorant, and I just wanted to be right in what I was saying. Mm-hmm. And I feel bad, like, I even inboxed him, like, I'm so sorry for my ignorance. Like, he literally was one of my favorite persons from high school. And Reggie Mateo, if you're out there.
Dang, not calling him out like that.
Oh, man, is that bad? No, I'm just, I love him. He was a good person. And,
So did you guys rekindle your friendship? Or
no, we haven't, because literally.
He's still done with your ass.
Literally, I'm just recently, like, okay, I'll never forget it. But I appreciate that conversation, and I appreciate that experience because it showed me something. And the fact that I haven't forgotten it means something to me. Like, I remember, like, he was like, yo, you tripping. And I was like, no, I'm not. I still love you. What you going to hell? But, it's, it's
I do.
Love is love. Happy Pride Month.
Mm-hmm. So how you feel about it now?
I feel I feel like we love who we love. And I don't have any, I don't feel any negative way about it. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've even had some same-sex experiences, so I can't judge you. Like, I done been in the bed with a woman, so I feel I'm open. Like, love is love, and love is not gonna, I don't feel it's gonna tell you, like, you can't love somebody. Mm-hmm. Like, you love who you love. Mm-hmm. And even if I did feel that way, like, I still wouldn't express it like that. I would keep it to myself, because it's not my business. Mm-hmm. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to be anti anything to do with gay people.
Yeah.
And it's so ironic, but like, I even didn't play on our varsity high school basketball team because when I came back to school that year, everybody on the team was gay, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's gonna get on me. I really was
contagious.
I was like, it's gonna get on me. I'm good,
Yeah.
But that was because of church.
Yeah.
And then I ended up having this college professor who, like, she had this partner she kept talking about. Mm-hmm. and she had us read. I had her class like 3 different times. She was the only professor who taught these particular courses, but she had us reading certain things that kind of made me think about other people's lives,
right?
So it just kind of it was intriguing to the point where I'm like, you know what, maybe that's not the case, and maybe I did have a crush on someone, and maybe I was reacting to something,
right?
But it's interesting being. I was having this conversation with my fiance. I'm like, your fiance is gay. I'm like, so how's this work? He's like, no, I turned you straight. And I'm like, no, I'm still part of the LGBTQIA community. And I was like, and so are you now. And he's like,
you got it. It's on you.
Right. It's on you. I'm like, you're the A, you're the ally now. Oh. And so it's interesting, like, understanding and evolving and being open to different things. So.
Yes. I think it takes a lot to do that. Mm-hmm. Because I could easily have been still stuck in my box and stuck in my ways and still feeling a particular way. And so for us to just be open to seeing something different, mm-hmm. and to not being like, okay, this is how it is and blah blah blah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
So congratulations to all of us who are, coming out, no pun intended, coming out of our box and mm-hmm. being open to just letting people live their life.
And not feeling like, I feel the most about, like, guys, like, not being afraid to have a gay friend.
Yeah.
Like, don't be afraid to have a gay friend. Like, who gives? Like, who cares? You don't have, like, if you know you're not gay and you got a gay homie,
you're not gonna catch it.
right. It's not going to get on you. Okay,
Yeah,
so relax.
It's hard, and society is so, society is hard because we have all these perceptions, and we can be afraid of people judging us, or we can be afraid of, everything is fear. It's either fear or love in my book. And it takes a mature person, I guess is the word I'm looking for, a mature person to not label things and make things a particular way. And definitely don't tell your friends they're going to hell, because that's not fun.
But but that's what you're taught to believe. It's a lot of unlearning that we all have to do with a lot of different things.
Yes.
So, it's a process, and then I have to give myself grace. Other people need to learn to give grace, especially on this type of thing.
Yes.
Because if we're talking the whole whole adolescent time, in this world, and then all of a sudden, we're verbalizing that, like, give us grace when we figure it out.
Right. That part. I agree. And I'll never forget when I came in here one time. I was going through it, you guys. When I first started my radio show, life was crazy. And I remember one time you were like, just give yourself grace.
Yes.
And I'll never, that rang in my head for months after that, and really helped me to realize, you're not being really graceful with yourself. And it's important, no matter where we are at in our journey, that we do give ourselves grace. And, we're literally, we think we're grown because we turned 18. Now you're grown, now you know everything or whatever. But you have to, as you evolve and change and relearn, you really do have to give yourself grace and give others grace, because we're all trying to figure this shit out.
We are. And I feel like we learn something every single day. Every day we're trying to figure it out. Like, there's, and it's going to be like that from now until the end of our own time.
Yes.
So.
Now until the end of time. Shout out to Haru chiming in. We're talking about relearning and giving ourselves grace and giving others grace. We touched on it's Pride Month, and we were just talking about how we had to relearn some thoughts and beliefs that we had about same-sex relationships. So that's where we're at right now. We're talking about Carrice being an amazing businesswoman. I did have a question. I'm wondering,
yes,
so you're doing all these things. How do you find the balance to do all that you do? Do you have a routine?
Rest.
Oh, I love that. I remember when you first said that. I love that. We get our sleep up in here.
Yeah, I definitely try my best to rest. But me being here, I can utilize some of that time to multitask and do other things. Okay. Or I can take a quick conference call, or I can put in an order, or I can, help someone else who's, doing some other consulting for me, or it's really just about breaking down your time and prioritizing. I have a plan that I give some of my consulting clients, and it's called the Burning House.
Ooh, I like that. And
it has 4 different rooms in the house, and one of the rooms is on fire. The other room is smoky. The other room is, is a spark, and the other room is clear.
Yes.
And it's kind of just basically if you don't do these things and that's in this room that's on fire, your house is going to burn down.
Right.
So it's a good concept of, trying to prioritize and understand really what's going to burn your house down.
Right.
Like for instance, if you didn't, what thing that you need to do today, if you didn't do it, your house is going to burn down today.
Right.
You just figure it out.
Did you come up with that your own?
Yes.
I love it. Yeah. I'm inspired by you for real. Oh man.
Thank you.
This is a genius. I love it so much. Prioritizing is important. You have to be willing to. I love that concept. That's
and
great.
You have to figure out what's really not going to burn your house down.
Right.
Because people think I got to do all these 10 things today, or everything's going to be crazy, but it's maybe that thing can, maybe you can push it out 2 days, but this other thing really needs to be taken care of today. So
yeah, I love that concept, you guys. You guys, if you need some consulting, you better check out Carrice and her amazing consulting. So you consult right now with different business owners or entrepreneurs or radio people, all of that.
Yes, all of that.
What got you into that?
So I was a marketing executive, and
was that your $2K, whatever?
Yeah, 25K a month.
Oh man, that's nice.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice. It was a good time. But what I learned about that is that how much were they making off of me if they were paying me that much money? So, so I did a lot of marketing. And social media things and building plans, because we had people who owned stores, so it was for telecom, so people who own franchises that I would have to help them as well. So it just kind of it was something I was already doing.
Right.
And my friends started asking me, hey, can you help me do this, can you help me do that? And then it got to the point where I'm like, you know what, I kind of need more time to do these things.
Right.
And I just, January 31st, 2016.
Peace.
Bye,
peace.
y'all.
I love it. Yes.
Yeah.
That's amazing. When you realize, I could be doing this for myself.
Right.
And benefiting more, having your own, being your own boss, your own on your own time. Right. Like that's important. And a lot of people don't even get that experience or even want to have it or feel they can have it.
Right.
Like for me, I was similar. Like I didn't want to keep working for somebody, and I realized like I can struggle working for you, or I can struggle on my own. Like if I'm gonna choose my struggle, I'm gonna choose it for myself
without the extra drama.
Yeah, without the extra drama, or without me having to you tell me what I'm worth.
Yeah.
I realized years ago, like, oh, I don't really know my worth because I just people been telling me what I'm worth.
Right, and that was exactly my thought. So I remember I was in Kansas City. I was on a trip, and I got a direct deposit, and I was like, why the hell do they pay me this much? And then I just thought about like, they're making this much money off of me, so this is my real worth. And even though I'm feeling like I'm getting bread, I'm getting a dope check, but I'm like,
yeah.
So this really isn't my worth. This is only a tenth of what I'm worth. So yeah, that was my reasoning. And the thing is, like, people who start off in entrepreneurship, trust yourself not to be broke, starving, or homeless. Yes. And grind and keep yourself as motivated as you can. There will be days where you just feel like, you know what, I'm good. I'm just gonna lay in the bed. I'm just gonna be tired. I'm just drained. And I think you need to feel those feelings.
Yeah.
But keep it pushing. Like, keep grinding.
Yeah, that was one of my questions I was gonna ask. Like, what have you ever wanted to quit since you took this?
Never.
Oh, never.
No.
Awesome.
Not one
She
time.
was like, hell no.
No, not I never did. And I never, like, I remind myself too, like, every time I come into the office here, I never walked into the office and be like, dang, I don't want to be here today.
Right.
Not
That's
one
amazing.
time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's a great feeling, because I know probably at your other job you probably had that one day. Did you ever have that where you didn't want to come?
It probably started getting that way at the end, but I probably, I've had that definitely in other positions. Okay. My last position was super easy. That's why I was kind of like, why in the hell are they paying me this much?
Right.
I was traveling, turning up, partying. That was my job.
It's a good time for real.
So yes, of course, I had those moments, but I've never had that moment as an entrepreneur.
That's dope. Yeah. I have. I've been like, what the hell am
I
doing?
But it's one thing about, like, I don't want to do this versus this is getting hard. Like oh, this is tough. This is exhausting. I am frustrated. I am upset. I am, versus saying, like, I don't want to do this. Like, I've never felt that way. I felt those other feelings.
But you've had those other experiences where it's hard or it's tough. Yeah. So what kept you going? Is it just the fact that it's your passion? Hell yeah. She said me. I love it.
I kept myself going. And there's a lot of people go through a lot of different trials and tribulations. Like, the time that I left my career, working for the man, up until now, I've lost important people in my life. And you still have to push through. Right. That you have to, you still have clients that you have to tend to. You still have all these other things. You still have bills to pay. You still, and then too, we got locked down in 2020. So it was like, what the hell are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Now. So you have to come up with a new plan, re-strategize. And a lot of us are having residual effects from 2020 now. And so those things we're all trying to work through. So it could be tough.
It can be tough, but you have to keep yourself going. That's what I'm hearing.
So I affirm myself. I give myself grace. I meditate. I spend time with my family. I spend time with people who rejuvenate me energetically.
Yes. I think that's important. People who rejuvenate you energetically.
Speaking of people who rejuvenate me, shout out to J9 because, she took me to a hot dinner date the other day, and they rejuvenated me. That's what's up. And it was so like we were leaving dinner, and this random black lady says, "Bye, Black Queens," and it was just like,
yeah,
it was like that. It was like, yeah.
I love it.
So shout out to
J9. I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for J9. So that's a whole vibe. Yeah, J9's a whole vibe. She's got her show coming up after this. But yeah, so I was gonna say something. Oh, you were talking about people like be around people who rejuvenate you and energize you. Sometimes we can find ourselves around people or situations that's not serving us, that's not uplifting us.
I'll set people free.
And hell yeah.
Listen, I will set people free in a minute. If I feel like my energy is being tainted, like I will set you free immediately.
I love it.
And that's where this year I had to learn to give people grace.
Okay.
I ain't giving everybody grace now. And I'm not going to continue to give grace. But, over the same things. But I've learned that, I can just set you free.
Period.
Like if you make me feel any type of way that's not good, or it's I feel broken, I feel sad, like I'm good.
And we have to be willing to do that. The feature that we had last night at the poetry event, he was saying that whatever you love or whatever you have, like hold it loosely so you can let it go, because.
Why are these people and these thoughts?
You don't agree? Like, so that way it's not, because you're not
it's
too
almost
attached
like being guarded.
You're not too attached to it. So when you do have to let it go, it doesn't hurt you.
That sounds like somebody who's guarded.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because let's I'm gonna hold on to you. You my person. I'm holding on to you just a little bit, but I can set your ass free if you want. But the thing is, the reality is that when you do set people free, even if it's a need to do, like you need to set this person free, you still will have feelings about it.
Yeah.
So that's normal. So if you're trying to keep yourself from having feelings, then go to therapy.
Oh, yeah. I didn't take it as that. I took it as so that.
I heard you.
Yeah. I heard she was like, I heard what you said, girl.
Yeah.
But okay.
Yeah, I think
it's all good.
Yeah. I'm a very literal thinker. Because I'm thinking if I'm holding on to you loosely and you just fall up, like you just fall off.
Right. Then what?
Then I haven't even tried to establish any type of grounding with you.
I can see that perspective.
I already love you loosely.
Right.
I don't want to love you loosely.
I got you. I feel that. Oh, I got the chills with that one. Yeah, I feel that. So, have you had any inspirational people in your life that, that have helped you or encouraged you, or you were like,
of course. Most of them have gone to become my ancestors.
Ashe. Shout out to our ancestors.
Shout out to my grandparents have been phenomenal. And my mom, just people that like learn how to communicate effectively.
Okay.
And, I don't know if everyone's not the same type of parent. And, my mom was always the like, hey, how am I doing as your mom type of parent.
Oh, that's nice. Shout out to that. Because a lot of parents are not going to ask you, how am I doing? They're going to tell you.
Right. They're going to tell you. And then if you respond and it's something they don't want to hear, you're in trouble. Like, I didn't have that type of experience.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So yes, them, allowing me to be able to communicate openly and effectively. And then too, my all of them being educated and just pressing forward and being just so gentle. Like they didn't yell.
I love that.
Just like so soft and gentle, and just being kind and being business people.
Right.
Being high up in positions, and then also being community activists. So all those things are are extremely important to me. So there's definitely been other people. Like my nephews inspire me. They're 9 and 5.
Oh, children are the best. They're my biggest inspiration.
And they give you such kind words.
Yes.
And it's like, oh, you know.
Yes.
Like I asked my nephew, I was like, so how am I doing as your TT? And he's like, you know what? On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna have to give you a 20. And I was
nice.
Like,
shout out, TT.
All right. So you know those things are inspiring. And then too, all of the hosts here, like all you guys are just so like positive, and you're so encouraging because you have no idea what battles anyone else's experiences, especially me. Yes. So it's like, man, you don't even know if you come in, you say something kind, and I'm like, damn, I just fought a whole battle today.
Right.
But that made me feel good.
Ashe.
Yeah.
That's good. And that's why I think it's important for us to speak life into each other and be kind. You never know what somebody's going through. And I know, like I said earlier, you have helped me in a tremendous way, but in a small way. Like, it's a small gestures, it's the things you say that are genuine, and it's not even like you just saying something just to be saying it. Like, I be feeling that.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
Did anyone give you any advice along your life that you remember, like something pivotal, like that shift you, like like anything like that?
You know what? One of my uncles, in business, he always would call me and just be like, "Hey, don't quit." And that's it.
The period.
Like, don't quit. Like,
I love it.
Because, man, when you first started off, it's just like, you're trying to figure it out.
Right.
And you might have written up a plan and you thought this is the way the plan is going to go, but no, that plan does not always go that way.
Yes.
And I actually wrote something about that today about don't quit, because like we are all experiencing challenges right now.
Yes.
Whatever that may be, we're experiencing those. And I think that it's important to know, like, hey, don't quit. Don't talk yourself out of doing something that is important to you, your goals, anything, a business, a radio show, whatever it is, going to school, whatever it is, do not talk yourself out of it just because it's becoming frustrating for a second. Period. There's going to be a win, around the corner.
I love that. I was just talking to my dad before I came today. And I was sharing with him how when I first came to Las Vegas, how nothing went like I thought it was. In my mind, it was like, oh, it's gonna be all this, that, golden honey and rainbows, but that shit was hard.
Yeah.
And it really was extremely hard and extremely challenging. But I was telling him how I just, it didn't go as planned, but like right now I'm doing everything that I wanted to do when I came here. And so you guys, that was my thing.
Keep going. Shout out to Brian Moore. Man, this dude right here is a grinder, and he goes out for his son. Shout out to Red Vegas. He goes out for his son, and I swear every time I see like him promoting his kid, like, man, I'm telling you. And this kid, listen, I did some festivals. And people came, these like white skateboarder kids came up, hey, can you play that Red Vegas? Like, so I think that you just have to keep going, and you have to invest in yourself.
Yes.
Shout out to, Brian, he's been a loyal client, and those are the things that keep the business open, like people investing in you. So people that's on your live commenting, they love you and all of this, you running that money over to help invest in, keeping this thing going. That's important to you, and the information that you're sharing, the people that you're promoting, so on and so forth. So.
Yeah, shout out to the Healing Arts Boutique. I see you guys chiming in, and I definitely love you guys back. All right, so anything you want the world to know about you? Besides you being phenomenal, you got a book coming out.
You're so sweet. You know what? I wrote this book as a thesis when I was in college called Speaking in Tongues. Yes. I don't know. Have you ever read a Zane book?
Yes.
So it's like short stories of different types of experiences as an adult.
Okay.
And so I wrote the book, and I don't know. I need to rewrite some stories.
Okay.
But I need to go ahead and just release it.
Yeah, where's the book at? Oh, it's not released yet?
No, it's not released yet.
Oh,
I was going to
release it. I was like, I was supposed to release
it in December.
Okay.
but I still need to. I don't know. I'm talking myself out of my goal.
Yeah,
that's what I've been doing. But I just need to take the time to rewrite some things and make it happen.
Let's encourage
Carrice to
get that book out and rewrite her stories. I definitely want to thank you. I'm so grateful that you're able to come on my show today.
I appreciate you having me. Yeah, I love you back.
You're awesome, and this whole radio station is awesome. And I just encourage you guys, whatever you're doing in your life journey, like we said, don't quit. Keep pushing. Don't talk yourself out of it. Talk yourself into it. The power of your word is incredible, and whatever you say, you gonna say it. So say it with your chest and remind yourself of who you are. I want to remind you guys also to pull up, don't pull out, to the Big Jerk tonight. I'm featuring as one of the poets in there. There's going to be some comedy, some R&B, soul. If you want more information, you can check it out on my Instagram page. I also want to remind you to pull up, don't pull out, to Dennis Lavender's open mic this Saturday at the Silver Nugget. It's the most ratchet open mic comedy show in Vegas, but it's a super dope time. It's a super fun time. And also at the Healing Arts Boutique. Speaking of the Healing Arts Boutique, we have yoga with a workout and a sound bath this Sunday with Ivory Powers. Now, Ivory Powers is a yogurt is a yoga expert. Sound bath is going to be done by the Art of a Pisces, and a workout is going to be really nice. And I think that's all I got for my pull-ups. Don't pull out. I'm here every Thursday. We still got a few more minutes. I thought it was going to be longer than that. I feel like I was going to say something else, but no, that's pretty much it. So, I love you guys. You guys are awesome. I want to thank everybody for chiming in. Brian Moore, J9, Healing Arts, Haru, Javon, everybody. And make sure you guys download the Hot 702.5 FM app. Make sure that you also contact me if you want to get on board with some sponsorships, or you want to plug your business. If you want to plug your business on here, I be plugging you guys, but if you really want me to plug you, hook me up.
Yeah, buy a marketing sponsorship.
That's what it's called, a marketing sponsorship.
And, get the advertisement in right here on MVP Speaks.
Yes,
radio.
Advertise with me, because it's popping, you guys. So I don't know about y'all, but it's always popping. And you can always book me also to perform at your events. You guys know I do poetry, comedy. I'm an event host. I got a few songs out. I don't necessarily call myself a musician yet because I'm still working on that. But go download my music and all that good stuff. Anything else you want to say?
I love you.
Aw, and I mean it. I was at the Africa Day, and they kept saying, love you, mean it. And I guess somebody, I don't know if that's a thing now, but it was really cute. And I was like, oh, because do we not mean it when we say it? I'm not sure.
Yeah, shout out to Angie T. I think she was
shout out to
hosting
Angie
that.
T. Yeah, she is. She's a dope host. I love her. And shout out to Not a Boy DJ. Those are my two people that I seen on stage that day. Was pretty cool. So, yeah, you guys, I'm feeling good. I'm about to go get ready for my show tonight. I'm excited. And, yeah.
All right.
We'll see you guys next time.
Bye,
Peace
y'all.
and love.
Click it.
Click it. Good.
Mute us.
Mute us. Mute us.